Hello and very good afternoon on a very rainy day in Mumbai. Welcome, Dr. Alka Chadda. Thank you for having this conversation and thank you for giving us your precious time. I
Hi.
understand you're a doctor as well as a medical doctor, as well as you do a lot of work for leveraging and changing the lives of young people in this country by helping them leverage their young minds. So, thank you so much for coming. And would you elaborate on what exactly you do by,
Yeah,
when we mean that leveraging young minds, helping them grow,
yeah,
outgrow?
yeah. So thank you very much, Saurabh. It's so nice to be meeting you on screen and having this conversation. So basically, I just love talking and I love people. And I love people of any age, whatever it may be. They give me energy, they give me enthusiasm, they give me passion. So what my husband says is, I just need a listener. So here I am. So
True.
here I am with you and sort of you're listening to me. So, I run a senior citizens club also. So I love seniors also because I feel that the seniors are a very important part of our society, and they have so much of knowledge with them and they have so much of stories that I want to harness the stories. So I make them tell their stories, and now I've started one program with them, Aapki Kahani Aapki Zabani. And when you
Wow.
tell their stories now, they're so excited and they're so full of life. They come and tell their stories, and along with that group, no, I'll also bring about the teenagers in that, the youngsters in that. So there's a listener
Nice.
to the elders. The elders tell the stories to the youngsters, and the youngsters are listening, and something is happening. They're thinking. That's what I do, and I've written a book, Shukriya Zindagi, and it's all. I love all kinds of people, any age I like, and I start wherever I am. Basically, I go to colleges and I talk to senior
Nice.
college students, and yeah, so school students, and that's what I do. Yeah.
I think storytelling is one of the most important aspects where people can relate, people can understand, people are grounded, people can imagine.
Yeah.
Storytelling is one of the most strongest tool to impact people's lives, right? Yes. So talking about teenagers, talking about youngsters, what do you think, where these youngsters are going today? Because, the Gen Z, the Gen Alpha, everybody is chasing their career. Everybody wants to have a good career, earn a lot of money. But at the same time, they, somewhere at the back of their mind, they also wish to have a balanced work life. How do you think this can be achieved? Where they where are they going?
So they're not going anywhere, Saurabh. They're right here. And in my house, I have like a millennial, I have Generation X, and I have Generation Alpha. The Generation Z, I meet in my clinic, in my yoga class. And one thing I want to tell you, Saurabh, when you talk to these people, they're ready to listen. And the main thing is we have to listen
True.
to what they are saying. They're not going anywhere. They're made like this. Their brain
Absolutely.
is made like this. So if you listen to them, if you listen to their stories, what they want in their life, they have no clarity in what they want. So we can give them some clarity, and when they sit with us, when they sit with the seniors, then we talk to them and we listen to them, they get a direction in their life and we understand them better. But the only thing that they're not going anywhere, they're right here to stay with us. Provided we give them
Absolutely.
direction. Yeah, everybody needs acknowledgement, everybody needs love and affection.
True, true.
And if we keep on telling they don't listen, where are they going? Then they'll go somewhere. So if we show them where they have to go and we help them and guide them, then they will be right here with us. This is what I believe. Thank you for that question.
Superb, superb. That is so true. Identifying such things with the Gen Z teenagers is very difficult, but at the same time, it's the need of the hour. And that is why there is a huge disconnect. But I'm glad you're doing it. I'm glad you're helping them do it. So, on this, I want to ask one more question. What are these Gen Zs or alphas looking for in the career? Because they want to pursue the career, they want to achieve a lot of things, but what are they actually looking for in the career?
Saurabh, I want to ask you one question. See, you are, I think, a millennial, what I understand. And
Yeah,
everybody in world, in this life, we want a home, we want a work, career, money,
very true.
name, fame. वो तो चाहिए ही चाहिए. Now you have two young daughters in your house. So
Yeah,
if you study them, they will be the alpha generation. And if you study them,
yes,
you will see them that how affectionate they are. When we are affectionate, the daughters are like that. But if you look at them actually, inside their hearts, they're very pure. They're really, really,
true,
really,
very
really
true.
pure. So we have to just get along with them and just walk along with them, and just to talk to them and listen to them. आप जो पूछ रहे हो क्वेश्चन की भाई what can we do and how you're doing, there's nothing to do actually. You have to just be with these people. There's nothing that we are going to do and help them or motivate them. Sometimes I get inspired by these youngsters because we are sticking to our old thoughts. Some of our old,
Right.
हमारे जमाने में हम ये करते थे, हमारे जमाने में ये करते थे. भाई ये जमाना बदल गया है अभी, आप अपने जमाने के बारे में मत बात करो. You got to change
हाँ,
thinking.
you have to change with the times. You have to change with the era. बदलना पड़ता है जमाने के साथ.
If you don't change your thinking, then we'll be left behind. The new generation, they want instant gratification. They want, abhi ice cream khana hai, ye wala ice cream khana hai. I want this particular flavor only. And auntie, it will be available only in this shop. And they will go on this Swiggy or Zomato and they'll order it and they'll get it. So they want what they want. So we have to just...
They know what they want.
Yes. But they want in the different sense, khane pine ke bare mein they want clothes, and when they go and they take the photographs of their food, my auntie was telling, ye kya hai? I said, it's all right. They're not hurting anybody, no? So they want what they want. Maybe they're not very clear in what they want, but they fulfill themselves with external things, with
Yeah,
photographs,
they are very particular.
the Insta and all of that. So if we can explain to them that if you read a book, you'll be much better off. If you can do this, you can do that, and we can change their thinking a little bit and show them that we are also doing it. They want to exercise. I see that in my gym, I see all these youngsters, they want to exercise. But only thing is they are forced to exercise. So I asked these generations, I asked them in the gym, why are you doing this exercise? I want to lose weight. Instead of that, if they say, I want to get fit, I'll be happier. Then I talk to them, I listen to them, I tell them, say that you want to get fit, then you'll be able to do it for a long duration of time that you want. This is how I talk to them. This is how I understand them.
It's very important that the point of view that you shared is very much important, not easily accepted, very much ignored, but very important to notice and very important to address. A lot of I am a millennial, and I have a lot of my friends who are parents with me at the same time, but most of them many of them work a lot hard, come up late, and when we are discuss or when we meet, we talk, it's like, yes, who are we doing this? We are doing this for our kids, but then you are not giving enough time for the kids. What I believe, the first 4-5 years of a kid or your son or daughter is when they don't need money, they need your time. So I consciously make an effort to come home early, at least spend some time with them before they go to bed. In the morning before the breakfast, I try to spend some time. Of course, there is a need for me to hustle more, earn more money, but at the same time, if I ignore them, their needs right now, their needs are my presence rather than my money, then it would disconnect, or it would create a gap between me and them. So that's why I think what you shared is very true. They're innocent, they have a pure heart. So this is the time when we keep pouring a lot of love instead of materialistic things and money into them. So that will help them become a better person.
Actually, what you're saying is so beautiful. I'm just remembering as we grow up, I don't know, you may also recall, I just remember the times that my dad was spending time with me. When he took me to movies, when he pakawed me when we were watching the movies, he kept giving me running commentary. Then I remember the time that I and my dad were sitting and having a restaurant, some idli dosa or something like that, and he was, giving me some advice and talking to me. I only remember those times. I only remember those times when he was with me at night, when he was singing the lullabies for me, at night when he was telling me stories, and when we were sitting in the bedroom and studying with our books of physics and chemistry and maths and all that. This is all I remember. So I don't remember what gifts my dad gave me. I don't remember what things he bought for me. I remember a little bit because when he went abroad, I used to open his suitcase, and I used to take out all the frocks and the dolls and the perfumes and the earrings and all that. But otherwise, I don't remember much of the materialistic things.
I know.
With the heart
I want to confess sorry to interrupt you. I want to confess something, and I think you will also agree that, dads and daughters share a very special relationship.
I'm getting goosebumps now, So yeah, really, really, I'm getting goosebumps because my dad and I had a very great relationship, and I was
Yes.
the eldest daughter, and my second sister came after 5 years. So I always make her jealous. I always tell her that you don't 5 years what we did when you were not born. And even for first 2 years, you were not aware of what we were doing. So 7 years of my life, you don't know. My papa and myself and my mom and myself made a great, wonderful relationship. So that's what we remember. Yeah, actually.
Good. But talking about the career now, these are all inner joys that we experience and we thrive on in a relationship. But talking about today's generation in terms of career, where is the inner joy in this? When they pursue a career, they're running here and there, looking for instant gratification. Because I don't see the inner joy. It's only that you achieve something and then you want something else. There is
I
no satisfaction.
I think that first and foremost, these kids know they're doing what they love. They're not forcing
Hmm.
themselves to do something. Of
Right,
course,
right.
we also did some things which we didn't like to do. And
Mm-hmm.
my mommy and my papa used to tell me that if you don't like it, then leave it. If you don't like it, then leave it. But we
True.
had to do it because we were married, we had a family to run, we had bills to pay. But sooner or later in my life, I realized that if when I think about the why of what I'm doing, it's not about giving a great relationship, giving a lot of money to my child. It was about giving a good happy life to my children or to my family. And when I think about the why behind what I'm doing, that is what is going to give us inner fulfillment. Spending time, like
Right.
doing, so I'm so proud of you that you're spending time with your daughters, and
Thank
you
you.
remember this all their life. That's beautiful feeling that you're giving them. Plus, when you're doing what you're doing, you're also thinking of why you're doing it. And the reason is that you want to give a life to your parents, you want to give a comfort to your children, and also maybe and right now you're already a coach and you're reaching out to the world. So there is a why you have, that you want to help people. You want to help the people in this
Absolutely.
world. Yeah. So when we look at the why of what we are doing, why we are doing, that gives us inner satisfaction. And I think we should ask this young generation, why are you doing what you're doing? And you have to take it out from inside. It's not easy to take out that answer, but over a
Yeah, yeah.
time it comes out. We keep on asking them, and they tell us that, okay, yeah, this is the reason. It's not just for the money that everybody is working. It's not for the name that everybody is working. There's some hidden
True.
purpose of life behind that. Yeah.
I think the big why is very important and missing in a lot of people today, a lot of the new generations, even millennials. I think there is a big why missing in us as millennials as well. And
Also, in us
it's
also.
important.
Even in our
True.
life, there are people of my age, they just go for movies, they go for eating out, they go for kitty parties. There is no why they're doing what they're doing. And they'll be talking about jewelry and clothes, and all those things don't excite us. So there is a lot.
I think it is, yeah, it's a ritual they're practicing to be accepted in the society.
Yeah, I think it's a
A fad they're practicing. Hmm.
lack of purpose
Because
and
it's important to go deeper inside you, find the big why, be
yeah,
more spiritual about it. Only
yes.
then you will know where you're going and why you're going and what is it that you want to achieve.
So I must share this with you that in my yoga class, there was a boy who was in 10th standard and he used to come
Mm-hmm.
regularly and his name was Omkar. And I used to
Wow.
sit in silence. Uska naam hi Omkar hai. So, he's already inclined in that Omkar direction.
Absolutely.
Yes, and when I used to make the elders sit in silence, sit quietly, aankhein band karo, go within yourself. So these elders will open their eyes like this, like this, like this, because they want to go to office, they want to go here, they want to go there. But this boy, I remember that he used to sit so silently, so beautifully within himself, and he used to connect with himself. And I saw a change in him. He used to ask me the questions of his life. What should I do? Why should I
Wow.
do this? And yeah, so I understand that these people can be inclined to a particular behavior, provided we tell them why it is to be done. It's a me time you're doing, connecting with your own self, you're having a conversation with your own self. When we tell them all these things, then they understand, they listen, and they do it. And that brings about a change in their whole personality.
It's mesmerizing that someone so young has inclination and has an awakening so early. It's really mesmerizing and amazing because a lot of people throughout their life, even by the end of their life, they still don't have the awakening, they still don't have the calling, and they
Yeah.
wonder what have I achieved in my life, with so much a good career, such a good family. It's amazing. I think the whole generation, be it your generation, be it millennial, Gen Z, Alpha, everybody should have this awakening. Everybody should try to ask themselves that what is the big why I'm looking for or I want to
Very,
achieve for,
very true.
isn't it?
Yes, Saurabh, and you tell me what is your why? Why you're doing what
Very
I'm
true,
doing.
very
Yeah,
true.
I would love to hear from you.
Sure, 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 sure. So I I did not have a why. I was just doing things because the way it were. As I said, it's a way of being accepted in the society to do something different and earn money. But I found my vibe recently. I love speaking and I love speaking and I love listening. That's why I've become a speaker. Now, why I'm doing it, I have evolved as a man. I have had my own ups and downs. I have had my own weaknesses and strengths. I have come a long way with it. I have healed. I have done a lot of self coaching, self healing with the help of my mentors. And I have noticed that a lot of men in this world still need this. A lot of men are looking for some anchor, some way out
Wow.
to regulate themselves, to have a balanced mental and emotional health. But they are not, they are not able to do so, not because they don't know, but they don't have a guidance.
Yeah.
They don't exactly know what it is to be have a balanced mindset as a man. It's because a lot of factors in our society, the patriarchal system, the upbringing.
Hmm.
So today a lot of men seem to be lost. So my why is, why can't men be regulated?
क्या बात है.
So I'm actually on a mission to help men regulate themselves,
Wow.
channelize their anger, because uh we have anger in both men, women, but women are able to channelize it, women are able to use it. For men, the anger is mostly explosive, abusive, damaging physically, mentally. So it has to be channelized in order to fuel it their own growth, help
Wonderful.
them propel it their own
Very nice.
career, become a better version. So
Very.
my mission is that, and that is my big why, which I want to achieve.
Wow, I really love your answer, and you're doing a great service to the people in this world, because men think sometimes, that we are always right. It's not about men, but it's about anybody thinks that we are always
Right.
right. Especially elders have that thing that they are always right. The youngsters think that they are always right. And I was talking to one young fellow, like you only, he was a millennial, I think 32, 33 years of age, 34. And he was telling, why were you using that pump when you were younger? Why were you not using the electrical gas, and why you were not using the proper gas when you were younger? His father tells him that they came up in these bad conditions, and so why didn't you do this, why didn't you do that, why were you eating in the street light? So I had
Lot
an
of
answer for him.
questions.
I had an answer for him. I said, look, it's like this. His name is Kunal. So I have an answer for you. The reason is that we didn't give up. No, we had less money. We had a lot of challenges, but we didn't give up. We were still working with a
Right, right,
stove. And we want to tell
right.
this story to you because you have everything
Absolutely.
with you. You have everything. You have gas, you have stove, you have electrical appliances, everything you have, but you are still giving up. We didn't give up. So our story is to inspire the youngsters. अगर हम लोग
Superb.
yeah, so that's what I'm telling that that's a story. It's meant for inspiring the youngsters. And as you rightly mentioned,
Absolutely.
Gaurav, that what you're doing is so beautiful that the women, they can channelize their anger into different things. I have a friend, when she gets angry, when her husband tells her something, she runs to the kitchen, she picks up all the vegetables from the fridge and she starts chopping them. So she knows how to channelize her anger. And men, of course, not all the men we would say, but what you're doing is a fantastic job, by making them aware that they have an anger issue in them or they have a rage issue in them, and they can, curb it and they can channelize it into good ways and into more productive things. So great
Yes.
work you're doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Alka. Before we close this conversation, do you have any message for the young people of India, men, women, everyone?
Young people, see, for me, I have only one message that, if you're a happy person and if you are in a great state of mind, whether you're young, you're middle aged, you're old, you can achieve a lot in your life. And the reason is that this prefrontal cortex becomes very happy and it becomes very developed.
True.
When you just now, I was talking to in my clinic, I was talking to one lady. So she has been dieting for about 1 year, and suddenly she just gives it all up. The primitive brain tells her, "अरे क्यों करने का ये सब छोड़ना, enjoy करना life." So I was just thinking, I was telling her, so this is your primitive brain, which is telling you that, but I told you, don't listen to the primitive brain. You have a method to be happy. The decision is to be
Yes.
happy without even, you have to curb your, she's diabetic and she has a liver problem. So she has
Oh,
to curb her, she has to curb her hunger, and she has to not eat junk food. She has to not drink, all of that. She has to do it. Suddenly she just gives it up and all her reports go haywire. So I was just telling
oh,
that the primitive brain, it tells us ki aram karo, enjoy karo, chodo ye sab. But this is a brain of discipline. This is a decision-making brain.
very, very true.
You make a decision that I want to be happy. I'm going to be happy no matter what. It's a choice that we have every morning. So being happy is one of the ways of strengthening your brain, especially the frontal brain. It's a new brain. And that takes us in the right direction of success and productivity in wherever we want to go. So I would say that learning and decision making and development of yourself and execution, when you do action, when you do work, that is the time this brain is strengthened. So take a decision to be happy, do what is required to be happy, and that's it. And you will reach wherever you want to reach. This is what I say. Thank you so much for that question, Saurabh.
Lovely, lovely, very good message. And I'm sure a lot of people who will be watching this podcast will get this message. Thank you so much, Dr. Alkaka, for this today's conversation. It was a pleasure to have you,
Yes.
and keep doing this good work, and all the best. May you change lot of lives. Okay. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you, Saurabh. It's lovely having this conversation with you, and we'll meet again, yet again, with some new topics.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do one more episode.